help us on all Ticketmaster outlets. Score is 23-22. The Celtics leading the Lakers, but when Sabalas gets through, the Lakers will have the lead. We're predicting.
Well, Cedric's looking for his 8th point to go along with 3 rebounds here in the first quarter.
There's the one that ties it.
This is the Lakers' first free throws of the game so far, and the Celtics have been there 6 times.
And we played 9 minutes and 24 seconds of the first 12. The free throw is on the way and good. So here in the first quarter, he's got more points than he had for the entire 30 minutes he played against Indiana. Double team in the backcourt. Pass comes to McDaniel to Fox. Bounce up at the front court to D. Brown. Brown's a pretty good perimeter shooter, and he's got good quickness too, as you've seen exhibited. Brown dribbling the ball against Peeler, who was in there now. There's a bounce pass on to Ellison. He throws the ball to McDaniel. He tries to put it up and does with the left hand. That avoided a block shot. Nice play by McDaniel.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Xavier, and the Celtics starting out this ball game running a lot of pick and roll situations.
And the Lakers go behind again, 25-24, and one of the reasons it's such a good quarter is that there have been 12 lead changes already. So the ball to Peeler. Peeler to the cutting man Bowie. Peeler down the middle. Nice pass underneath for the 10th point by Sabalos. Boy, was that a good pass. Peeler. And it's 26-25. The Lakers up by 1. That's 13 lead changes. Ball goes in low to McDaniel, a very strong player. He's on the block. He throws the ball off the foot of Bowie. I don't mean the block down there in the restraining area. I'm talking about the trading block. He's been around a while. Came in with Seattle. 4th player picked in the draft in '85. Played with Phoenix and New York. Been in 1 All-Star game. Now coming in the ball game is Gale Minor, University of Louisville rookie, drafted by the Los Angeles Clippers in the first round. They couldn't use him, and now here he is at Boston. McDaniel feeds the ball, nice pass underneath, and the shot put up by Minor is blocked. Ball to Van Exel, no look pass. He gets it down the court from Peeler. I called it wrong. It was Peeler giving the ball to Van Exel, who scored, and the Lakers now lead by 3. Nice play by the guy.
Sam Bowie started that off with a great defensive play.
Sure did. Brown with it. D. Brown. D-double-E. Brown at the 3-point line. He's guarded by Peeler. Boy, these guys had a great practice. Here's the traveling car. Yep, they're traveling on the double team. Peeler and Lynch put on the double team. Brown couldn't handle it, and Coach Chris Ford, who had a visit to the hospital this year in surgery during the season, says he's feeling real good. Said he never felt anything before, but they diagnosed him and found it, and fortunately he had the surgery required to stop whatever was wrong. Here's Tony Smith in the ball game. He's been having some good games lately. He missed the final shot of the game at Indiana, but that wasn't his fault. All right, here's the ball bounced in low to Peeler, backing in on Brown, turn, gives the ball off to Lynch, and Lynch scores underneath. Violent contact between Lynch and Minor.
There's that invisible box the imaginary box under the basket. You can't get the charge there.
30-25, the Lakers score 6 in a row to lead it by 5. Here's the ball down the middle of McDaniel. He's in the air, he shoots a 15-footer and scores it. He looks like $1 million. The Lakers were on a 6-0 run. That cancels that out. And it's 30-27 Los Angeles. That 5-point lead was the biggest of the game. And now with the ball in front court, Tony Smith, 27 seconds left to play in. A pretty bad pass by Peeler, threw it out of bounds. He thought that Bowie was going to do something other than what he did.
Yeah, they did a good job of denying Bowie the position that he wanted, and Anthony Peeler actually should have swung the basketball to the other side.
The turnovers are 6-4. The Lakers have the 6, which is not good news. Douglas with the ball in the front court. Douglas yo-yoing up and down, waiting for the final shot. The 24-second clock, as it should be, has been turned off. Douglas dribbling, 6 seconds left. They better hurry to Ellison. Ellison away from Bowie. Ellison out of front. Here's a jump shot. And wait a minute, what do we got called? 3 seconds.
Finally.
Back into the basket.
Pervis Ellison, chick, honestly had to have been in the lane 8 to 10 seconds.
All right, we got
never left.
Half a second left. It's catch and shoot. I would imagine there will be no shot taken. There's the long pass, catch and shoot. Nice try. You know that Peeler saw Lynch coming in the left side and tried to volleyball. That was not enough time.
Not enough time to make any kind of a pass with 5/10 of a second. Ends the quarter. That's the end of 1. The Lakers lead the Celtics 30-27 on the Lakers Basketball Network.
So many phones. So many places to use my calling card. So So why is it no two of them take the same cards or charge the same amount? Will I become a hit-and-run victim on the information superhighway? I know the code. 1-800-CALLATT. I listen for the
AT&T.
I know my card will work, and I'll get AT&T's best deal. Now you know the code. 1-800-CALL-ATT.
Your true voice.
Just like the entirely new 1995 Lexus LS 400. It's roomier, more luxurious, with countless refinements. So if you should happen to sit next to a European car owner at your next dinner party, be kind. The new 1995 Lexus LS 400 with no increase in price at your Southern California Lexus dealer.
At this rate, we'll never get to the Super Bowl.
No kidding, mister. We can make it 30 miles on E.
Sure can go for a 95-cent Big Mac.
I hear you, man.
All beef patties, special sauce.
That's enough just to make me drool.
Onions.
Come on, you're killing me, man.
Break in 95 with McDonald's 95-cent Big Mac. A two-fisted Big Mac or toasty egg McMuffin for just 95 cents, but only for a limited time, so hurry.
Talking about McDonald's is not going to get us to this exit any quicker. Follow that Big Mac.
We're under a buck truck chaser.
I would really like a luxury car, but I can't get past the guilt. I mean, look at this one. It's like owning your own plane. And that sound system. The seat is so comfortable. You get dual airbags and a big fuel-injected V8. The Ford Thunderbird LX. Whoa, that's half of what I thought it was going to be. So I really don't have anything to feel guilty about, right? Hello? Oh, Mom, hi. I was just going to call you, really.
Well, after one, the leading scorers for the Lakers, Cedric Ceballos has 11, and for the Celtics, D. Brown has 6. Lakers were very effective from the field in the first quarter, 59%, 13 out of 22. The Celtics, 11 out of 21, 52%. The Lakers had a 1 rebound edge, 10-9, 6 turnovers for the Lakers, and 5 for the Celtics.
All right, the score is 30-27. The Lakers lead it. Ceballos made 4 of 5 shots, 11 points. He had 3 rebounds also. Van Exel made 4 of 6 shots, 9 points, and he had 3 assists.
One of the last plays that Peeler made, he was backing in D. Brown. They made a nice little pass to George Lynch, who made some good concentration to get the basket. No foul.
Sherman Douglas coming out of the backcourt, 6'1", 180, University of Syracuse. Originally a number 2 player. The ball intercepted. Douglas's pass was intercepted by Peeler, who's playing very well. The ball to Lynch, and Lynch gives the ball to Tony Smith out of Marquette. Now to Bowie from Kentucky. You take it over to Peeler, in low to Vlade. Vlade didn't get a rebound, didn't get a point in the first period, but he gets 2 here. He played 6 minutes in the first period, so Vlade gets the basket. I think his friend Radja was guarding him that time. They played together 6 years for the national team in Yugoslavia.
So they should know one another quite well.
They're friends. A lot of Serbians and Croatians are not friendly, you know that. Here's the ball in low. Radja turns, shoots over Vlade, and scores. 6-11, and it's 32-29. The Los Angeles Lakers come back the other way. And with the ball, we got Lynch looking into Vlade, takes it in there, he dribbles around Radja. Radja had to hold him to save a sure basket. Radja held him.
You know, when you're at the low post, especially, when you feel the defensive pressure, when you feel it on your top side, you know you can go baseline. Vlade felt the pressure, good spin move, baseline, gets fouled. He's going to shoot 2.
Boy, I didn't think it was a 2-shot foul.
I didn't either.
I can't believe
continuation.
It. Well, continuation, he fouled him 25, just out of the locker room.
Vlade's got those long legs. He didn't take another dribble, and he was able to get to the basket from the locker room.
He averaged 24 and 12 rebounds against his club last year in the 2 games, which were split. 75% free thrower, which is way up for him.
Yeah, he's having a good year from the free throw line. He's just got to keep the concentration going, and hopefully it'll continue throughout the balance of the season.
The Lakers lead by 5 for the 3rd time. It's 34-29. 11 minutes left to play here in the period. Here, the ball goes over to D. Brown. He gives to Douglas. Illegal defense. Illegal defense.
Yeah, George Lynch gets caught on that one. The Lakers are trapping sideline, and George left his man, and the official said he went to the wrong spot. Well, they're going to trap. As soon as he passes the ball sideline, George Lynch comes over. So you have 2 guys, George Lynch and Sam Bowie, guarding the same man, and he doesn't have the ball. That's illegal.
Forget it. And you can't double team a man, incidentally, until he gets the ball. All right, here's the ball to Radja. Radja out in front to Douglas. That's good protection for the big men to play the low post. Look out, Vlade. Douglas takes the ball to the baseline, gives the jump shot by Minor, and it's good.
Well, when you double team somebody at the top with the circle out there, you can't let him make a pass like that.
Smith in the front court gets to the three-point line and terminates the dribble. Brings the ball over to Peeler. Left-hand 20-footer looks good. It's a little bit too long, and the rebound is off to Montross. Nice rebound, too, by the big rookie. Cross-court pass goes over to the far sideline. Another shot, and put up and in by Minor again. Hey, he was drafted by the Clippers, the 25th player picked in the draft.
Greg Minor that time looked very, very fluid.
He did.
Illegal
screen is right. Called against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now the Lakers lead is just 1 again. 10:09 left to play.
Well, substitutions coming in for the Lakers. Eddie Jones and Elden Campbell come in. Sam Bowie and George Lynch go to the Pine.
Lynch got the foul. The starting guard, David Wesley, comes back down the floor. He takes the ball over the baseline. Nice move by Minor. Brings it back out in front to Wesley. Wesley drives the middle. Takes it over to Fox. That's a 3 if it goes, but it was blocked. Nice play. Beautiful play by Tony Smith. I don't know how he got there, but somehow he did at 6'4".
Hustle.
All right. 34-33. The Lakers by 1. They've given up the last 4. Jones has the ball out in front of Vlade Divac. Vlade looking for somebody to give it to. Smith was in the lane a long time. Dribbled by Vlade behind the back. Vlade, and a holding foul is on Montross. Reached out when Vlade went around behind the back with the dribble. That confused the rookie.
Well, as soon as he went behind his back, that's to change the direction. That means the defender has to change the direction. And when he tried, he used his hand and body, and the official said, that's illegal. Vlade does that. You don't like to see him do it too often because that's a dangerous dribble for a 7-footer. He gets away with it that time.
Out of the ball game, Rick Fox, and back in comes Dominique Wilkins. Dominique is guarding the rookie now, Jones at this instance. We'll see if they switch later on. Jones is way out on the floor, pointing, directing. Somebody's mixed up on this play call. Jones comes to the right side with 10 on the 24. Jones takes it into Vlade. He's away from Montross. Underneath, puts it up. No basket. Offensive foul on Vlade. Vlade jumps the bunny hop, but it's not going to change the mind of the referee. Then it's Salvatore.
They were very emphatic with the call, too. It wasn't a situation where they were waiting. When the whistle sounded, the official knew exactly what he wanted to call. As Vlade goes in, goes up, they say he used his left arm to fend off a defender. It was
you couldn't see it
close
on that particular angle, but anyway, the referee made no hesitation on the call. Here's a pass inside, saved by Minor, given to Wesley. Wesley, 17-footer, is good. The guard's doing a good job. And the Celtics come back with 6 in a row to lead by 1.
But when you have to double team players, if they move the basketball, you're going to get opportunities like that.
Yes, high percentage opportunities. Van Exel will come in when it's dead. Jones changes direction, beats Wilkins, throws it up and in. He left Wilkins out to dry with quickness.
So Dominique said, I'm not used to guarding somebody quite that quick.
That's right. Dominique's been around a while, 13 years. Now it's 36-35, the Lakers. Minor takes it into Dominique. He's going to take it the other way, too. Jump shot, no good. He missed it badly. The rebound comes out luckily, though, to Radja. And Radja gives the ball to Minor again. M-I-N-O-R is the way he spells his name. Wesley with it. This is not the Minor from SC, believe me. Dribble drive Wesley, in low to Montrose, charging. Whenever you drop your shoulder like that, they're going to call charge every single time.
Well, see, Eric Montross, I've seen him now twice on this play. He never gives himself a chance to read the defense. As soon as he catches it, he starts to either putting it on the floor or moving his body backwards. He's got to first stop and read the defense, find out where he is.
He's out of the ballgame. That's where he is. He's on the Pine, and to replace him is Ellison. Here's Van Exel back into the Lakers. Van Exel in a fine first quarter. Very good. All right, Van Exel looking, bounce the ball to Peeler. They play very well together. In the ball to Van Exel. Van Exel lobs it in low to Campbell. He opened the game with 2 quick baskets, turns and gets a basket at the baseline. Campbell now has got 4 field goals, 8 points. And it's 38-35, the Lakers again. Minor takes it in low to Radja. He turns to shoot, and he's fouled by Campbell. Radja is so strong.
What a smart move by Dino as well. He caught the ball and immediately jumped around into the chest of Elden Campbell. And Elden just reached in and grabbed, slapped him right across the arms. Just a real smart play that time by Radja.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Lakers Basketball Network.
2 shots.
Hi, this is Elden Campbell. Stay tuned for Prime 9 News immediately following the game.
Rogers' free throw is good, making it 38-36. Into the ball game, D. Brown. He's one of the co-captains. This is his 5th year in the league out of Jacksonville, Florida. 6'1", 163 pounds, quick kid. Radja makes them both. Radja's their 2nd best scorer. He's averaging 19 points a game. Wilkins averages 21. And Exel with the ball, those little stutter steps.
He's quick.
I'll say he's quick, hands and feet. A pass in low to Campbell, go for his 10th point. Here he comes, shoots for his 10th point, didn't get a rebound. Radja's got 5 boards. There's Wesley with Wilkins on the left wing. Gives to Wilkins. Wilkins down the middle, hang, 15-footer, in and out. He thought he made it, so did I. Ellison's got the rebound. He was behind the plane of the board, couldn't shoot it. Now Wesley gets it out in front. They reset to 24, which has worked its way down to 16. And Wesley looking for something. They're confused at the offensive end. Now to Brown. 10 seconds left. In low to Ellison. Turn. Drives on Vlade. Can't shoot it. Give to Radja. Radja's 16-footer goes in and comes out. He thought he made that one. So did I. Here comes Van Exel. Pulls up at the 3-point line. Pivot. And the hand check foul is on Wesley. And Wesley's saying, hey, this guy's pretty good.
He said, I've read about him. Now I'm getting a chance to see what all the hoopla is all about, as Nick Van Exel showing that quickness. And the Lakers are showing the Celtics as they lead at 38-37 on the Lakers Basketball Network.
It is an experience above all else. It is Avalon. Toyota technology taken to a new level of excellence. A world of superior comfort, room, and refined driving performance. Avalon, the new flagship from Toyota, built exclusively in America. Experience the tranquility.
Looks like the perfect house. Everything that you've always wanted. And some problems that may surprise you. Well, that's why you need a realtor. You see, realtors know what to look for and how to avoid big mistakes. They'll even help find the right financing, the kind that you get at Great Western. You know, buying a home is tricky, so let Great Western and your realtor help, because without them, it's real easy to get fooled.
The West. It's where the land and the Great Pacific meet. It's pounding surf, the smell of salt air, and, of course, gasoline.
Gasoline?
Hey, at Arco, you can get high-quality 89-octane gasoline for less than you'd pay for 87-octane at most other major brands.
Wow.
The Arco upgrade, the real reason everyone wants to live here.
Lakers basketball is being brought to you by Southwest Airlines, and flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart. By Toyota and their quality line of cars and trucks. And by Taco Bell, featuring the new Big Fill menu. 5 great ways to fill up for under $1.
Well, the Lakers shooting 59%, the Celtics shooting 52%.
The Lakers have the ball. Van Exel's got it. He's against Wesley. Pass underneath. Vlade's got it. Another assist. Beautiful play, Van Exel. Vlade goes to the hole for his 6th point. 40-37.
That's nice when you can score like that coming out of the timeout.
That's 4 assists for Van Exel here in the first half. Brown's got the ball. I'll say it is. 3-point Laker lead. Radja underneath. Spins it up around Campbell. Didn't make it. The rebound is off. And what do we got called? Double dribble?
No. Eddie Jones was out of bounds when he touched the basketball, so it's going to be ball out of bounds to the Celtics.
That's kind of that's hardly a bulletin.
Actually, Vlade has this rebound and somehow lets it get away from him as they obviously Pervis Ellison knocks it out of his hands.
A jump shot outside by Radja, no good. The rebound is chased down by Jones. Eddie Jones out of Temple to see his mama tonight when we get over to Philadelphia. She just left L.A. He was out there for a few days. Nice lady. Bounce pass into Vlade. Give and go. Nope. Vlade faked the pass, and good thing he did. There was no land. Vlade's got it. Then a swing left. Shoot and get it blocked by Ellison. Ellison's always been a great shot blocker. Campbell picks up a piece of garbage and puts it in the double. Wow.
You talk about trailing a play. If they can't keep possession, Elden is left there by himself.
He should be ashamed to take that pass.
No, he's not.
All right. 5:48 to play here in the first half. Brown with it. Brown looking inside. Nothing in there to throw it to except Wilkins. And then Wilkins gets it. Sabalas is back in for the Lakers. Wesley over to Brown. Pretty good shooter out there. That's going to be short unless he gets a bounce. He got it up and over the basket, out of bounds.
The Lakers were fortunate because they wanted to double teams Dominique Wilkins in the post. Not only did they double team him, but they were a little confused. 3 players went down, so they triple teamed. That left 2 players open.
Eldon Campbell has got 10 points, and he's also got 3 rebounds. The rebounds are all at the offensive end. And Exel goes around and picked by Vlade. Van Exel all the way. Bank shot is good. Gee, that's a heck of a scoop shot. You don't, that looks so easy, folks. Tell them how tough it is, dude.
That's one of the hardest shots there are. Not only is it hard just to throw it that high off the glass, but he does it almost flat-footed. He doesn't really jump. He just quick jumps. Pervis says, Nick, that's not fair.
The score is 44-37, the Lakers' biggest lead of the night, and we're coming back right after this word from Southwest Airlines. This is the Lakers Basketball Network.
Flying to the Bay Area for business?
We're having fun. We're ringmasters in one of the greatest circuses of all time.
Wow, that's great. California has a very special meaning around the world.
It's about freedom. It's about choices.
How about a pizza with potato on it?
Peking duck.
Fried chicken. We have watched where businesses have limited ways in which the customer pays. And when our customer reaches for an American Express card,
we gladly accept it.
American Express is welcome to wherever fresh ideas are cooking. So dine out, America.
The 95 Toyotas are here, and the selection is fantastic. There are great financing packages and special lease plans. You can lease a 95 4x2 Toyota truck for $500 down and just $149 a month. Or you can lease a brand new 95 Toyota Corolla for an incredibly low $189 a month. So hurry into your Toyota dealer today.
We give you more for your money.
The road trip continues tomorrow in Philadelphia, Monday in Charlotte, and home on Wednesday at the Great Western Forum against New Jersey. Tickets for all Laker home games available at the Forum box office and at Ticketmaster outlets and Blockbuster Music, Robinson May and Tower Records. Radja's got the ball out in front. Radja dribbling the right side. Nobody's guarding him. He comes underneath. Now somebody guarded him, blocked the shot, but it comes down, and Pervis Ellison puts it in. The block shot gets credited to Eldon Campbell. Now, he made a surprise move.
Well, Chick, there's an example of the Lakers defensively not talking to one another. That's why Radja was so wide open.
And they worked so hard at talking to each other yesterday in practice. Boy, the coach, Del Harris, and his assistants really had them talking out loud. He said, scream, let the people in the stands hear you. That's all right. Here's a pass to Vlade at the free throw line. Out to Campbell, dribble drive, stop, 12-footer, be short. Rebound is off, inside, nice block out by Wilkins on Ceballos. Wilkins in the front court. I don't think he's going to stop. He gives to Radja finally, and Radja scores. He almost kept it too long.
Well, I tell you, not only did he give it up to Radja at just about the right time, but Radja did a good job of riding it home.
Radja has missed his last 4 shots, finally makes one. Here's Van Exel, front court, pivot. Underneath, throws it up, it'll kind of it goes. It didn't go. You'll shoot 2. Boy, that's a nice move. I don't blame David Wesley for saying to the ref, give me a break, ref. I need all I can get.
Well, you hear players all the time talking about how hard it is to play defense from a center or forward position, but if you have to play these little quick guards for 40 minutes a night, you find out just how hard defense can be and what kind of conditioning it takes to change ends every time down.
Van Exel's got 11 points. He's made 5 out of 7 shots. He's got 5 assists, and he's going to go for a free throw at 77%. He goes over 77% now for the year, averaging 18 points a game. Sam Bowie comes in. Talk about your veterans. There's one. Bowie is in his 11th season, his second with the Lakers.
Well, Nick has been doing a season average of 18, but in his last 4 games, he's averaged 28.
Yep, and 10 assists. 46-41, the Lakers lead by 5. Their biggest lead was at 44-37. Radja brings the ball over to D. Brown. Like the Lakers, this club is trying to rebuild from the glory days. You see where Magic and the jump shot outside by Radja, shot no good. Campbell made him change it, and the rebound comes off to Van Exel. And Cookie, Magic and Cookie adopted a little girl. Jump shot. Shot no good. Rebound is off. Taken underneath. Campbell's fouled after shooting. Good hustle play by Eldon Campbell.
What an effort by Eldon that time. I mean, really doing the job on the offensive glass. He had 2 or 3 Celtics around him, but he fought for it, gets it back, tries to take it up. Pervis Ellison across the arm. Send Eldon to the line for 2.
Take Radja out of the ball game. Eldon's got 10 points and 4 offensive rebounds.
Yeah,
Radja leaves the game with 8 points.
Well, you were mentioning the adoption by Magic and Cookie. They do want to say, give them the congratulations on their new addition to the family.
McDaniel's in the ball game. Just came on. Played a little bit in the first quarter. Campbell's free throws, one good, one no good. Laker lead is 47-41. 3:42 to play in the first half. And then a nice look at the old garden, picture or two of the new one that'll be open next year. This is the last time the Lakers will ever play here. Now the ball takes over to D. Brown. He hadn't been a factor in the game yet. Bounce pass into McDaniel. He knocks the hand of Campbell away. You can get called for that. Brown to Wilkins for three. Too long. Rebounds a nice play. Campbell's playing a heck of a game. The ball to Jones. Dribble drive down the middle. Speaking a heck of a game. He missed it. Campbell rebounds it and puts it in.
What is he?
He came from one end to the other.
That's as fast as I've seen Elden run. I mean, honestly, he ran the floor that time as fast as you can.
Here's a whistle and a foul going to be called. The foul is against Van Exel. Van Exel saying that he threw an elbow and hit
Technical.
me. Be careful. There's the tee. Don't get kicked out.
Well, actually, Nick thought the foul should have been called just the opposite way, and he was assured that that's what the official was going to call. But when they called it on Nick, Nick told the official what he thought about the call, and the official said, "You can tell me that twice if you want. Once the first time, it'll cost you $500. The next time, it'll cost you $1,000."
All right, the ball out of bounds to Wilkins. The free throw and the technical was missed. Van's got to start learning to control his temper when he gets a foul call. He got kicked out of a game this year because he got too hot under the collar. Brown bounces into Ellison. Bad pass. Ellison saves it, brings it out in front to Wilkins. He's in the air, lays the ball over to Douglas. He sets and fires and doesn't get from 20. The rebound is off to Jones. Jones should give it up, but he didn't. Van Exel was wide open. Finally gives it to him. Van Exel would have had a wide open shot had he got the ball a little earlier. Inside, posting up his Campbell. Ellison's riding him like a Bronco bull. Underneath the pass.
Oh, Sam Bowie.
And Bowie makes, you know, he's a great passer. 15 points for Elden.
Elden Campbell executed the seal that time almost to perfection. Once you get a defensive player in a bad position, you seal, and he did. A 20-second timeout on the Lakers Basketball Network.
5 seconds left on the clock. Van Exel to Lynch. 3, 2, 1.
How about a game of one-on-one?
If you want to play like the pros, then join the Future Lakers Club. It's almost like being on the team. You get lots of great Lakers stuff, and you can attend our special members-only skills clinic with the players. For details, call 310-419-DUCK. That's 419-DUCK.
The announcer's wardrobe is provided by Rick Palak, Sherman Oaks, California. You know that means fine menswear with exceptional style, service, and value. Go in and see the people at Rick Palak. You will really enjoy doing business with them. All right, the ball goes in low to Wilkins. He's backing in. He turns. He falls away. He likes that shot, and he made it. About a 12-footer falling backwards.
But
no
again,
way to block it.
Yeah, but he stepped through a somewhat of a double team that time, and you just can't allow an offensive player to step through a double team.
Campbell has made the last 6 points for the Lakers. Dribble drive by Exel. Van Exel underneath the basket, gives it off, and kind of goes, and it goes. And the basket is made under there by Elden Campbell. He's made the last 8 points. He's got 17 in the game. I've never seen him have a stretch better than this. Never.
He is doing the job, but give Nick some credit. Breaking down the defense out front, feeding the ball to Elden, and Elden, good concentration to get. He knows the contact is going to be there. He gets the basket and the foul.
He's looking for his 9th consecutive point. No other Lakers scored in that time. That doesn't mean they're not trying, but like that pass, went over to, as we said, he has 17 points. Now he's got 18, and it's 54-43, an 11-point lead. And with the ball in front, obviously, this is the biggest day of the game. They rush Radja back in there. And with the ball with 2 minutes to play, it goes over to McDaniel. Hits a high arc, 17-foot jumper. Nice shot. Van Exel with the ball in the front court. Van Exel dribbling the ball against Wesley's hand check. And they call the hand check.
Well, they catch Xavier McDaniels really wrestling with Elden Campbell. Elden has such a size advantage height-wise at the low post. X-Man, known for his physical play, is trying to take him off the box. Gets called for the hold.
Campbell goes back to the front line. Free throwing. He's made both of his try. 2 out of 3, excuse me.
Elden looking for his 19th and 20th point of the half.
Biggest half he's ever had. 64% free thrower.
His career high is, 29 points, Elden, and he's looking at getting 20 of them in the first half.
The next one coming to Elden. That's good. 14 points this quarter alone. That's the biggest quarter he's ever had, too. 56-45, the Lakers by 11 again. Here's a dribble by Radja. He throws a bad pass. It hits somebody in the foot and rolls, luckily for the Celtics, to Wesley. Wesley's got it. Inside, Pervis Ellison with Bowie wrestling a little bit. Here's the ball to Brown. He's down the middle. He's underneath. He puts it up. Misses. Slams up. Radja. Brown got hit in the face on that shot. He's still on his back. Jones down the middle. Over to Van Exel for three. Didn't want the shot. Looks, gives it to, oh, nice pass under to Jones. They are riddling at this moment the Celtics defense.
Well, that time it was because D. Brown got hit in the face and he stayed on the other end of the floor.
58-47. Third time they have led it by 11. We got a minute left to play in the quarter. Here's Wesley down the middle, in deep. Black shot. Campbell doesn't like that call.
I don't either.
Campbell doesn't like that call at all, but he got it from Bennett Salvatore, and there will be a couple of shots.
Well, the breakdown defensively was out front. Eldon comes over. He goes up. Gets nothing but ball. Eldon's a little upset, but they had to say that little contact down below maybe because at the top, nothing but basketball.
Coming in between free throws will be George Lynch. I would imagine they take Eldon out to make sure that he doesn't get his third foul. Boy, he's had himself a half, I'll tell you that. 20 points and 6 rebounds, 14 points in the second quarter. Eldon Campbell.
Well, you said it when you said he's had himself a half, and they don't want him to pick up another foul before the half ends.
Wesley's free throws, both good, and it's 58-48. Now with the ball in the front court, we've got Sabalos. Sabalos brings it out in front of Van Exel. He shoots another three. Looks good. Little long. Rebound is a Bowie. Bowie gives the ball to Lynch, and Lynch makes a 14-footer straight away, a foot below the free throw line. That's the biggest lead, 60-48. The Los Angeles Lakers enjoying their final visit to historic Boston Garden, constructed in 1928. Here's a pass, goes over the far sideline to Wilkins. His 20-foot jumper, no good. The rebound. Look at Jones. Look at Jones volleyball that thing to himself. Dribble right. He was in the air higher than an airplane last night in the fog. Bounce pass under the Sabalos, reverse layup, good. And it's 62-48, 14 points.
And that was just good court awareness that time by Eddie Jones, recognizing that Sabalos was being guarded by the much shorter Wesley.
The Bluebirds are out here at Boston Garden. They come out every once in a while in every building in the league. Wesley with the ball. Wesley dribble drive, stumbles, loses the ball out of bounds. Did anybody touch it? Yep. Yeah. The Lakers did flick it as it went by.
Actually, Eddie Jones not only got the basketball, but I think he got a part of the wrist as well.
Coming up at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, a Laker farewell to the Boston Garden. Don't forget it. All right, here's his 2 shots missed, trying to beat the buzzer. Wesley's last one was no good. And at the end of the first half, the Lakers have done a good job. The Lakers had a run of 28-13 going down the stretch. Coming up at halftime, a Laker farewell to Boston Garden. The score at halftime, the Lakers 62, the Boston Celtics 48. This is the Lakers Basketball Network.
This year, thousands of people will invest in the promise of new technology, the promise of an integrated safety system to help guard against the unexpected. A sound chamber capable of lowering noise levels by 30 decibels, plus a built-in operation censoring system to improve performance. The 1995 Toyota Corolla, recognized for over 25 years of progress as the benchmark of quality and the place where promises are kept.
Investing. It sounds simple enough until you get into it. With thousands of investment choices, it's easy to get confused. Wouldn't it be nice if there was someone you could talk to? An expert who could show you the way? Well, there's a Great Western Financial Securities Advisor at your local Great Western branch. And that's just a few doors away.
It's the Taco Bell Amazing Quesadillas. They're fun. They'll go anywhere, perfect alone or with friends. You get a warm flour tortilla, melted cheese with green chili sauce, or even chicken. It's a cheesy party for your mouth. Other quesadillas can be a costly, gooey mess. Ours are tasty every time. And starting at just 79 cents, this offer won't last. Act now and get this handsome carrying case free. Cashiers are standing by, so order today.
Flak Attack by Reg E. Gaines. Ever been attacked? Get flak. What's flak? Check Joe jamming flak. Flak saved Joe's back. Now watch Wayne working flak. Flak's got a knack of making stacks lack pain. Ask Wayne, ask Joe, so what you gonna do? Wait till your bunnies are black and blue. If you knew what I know like Wayne or Joe, you go get flak. Forget that other crap, too expensive and whack. So if you ever been jack like Joe or whack like Wayne, made man moves or just maintain, make a break from the pack, get flak man, flak man, flak man, flak, 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 flak.
In the hands of 3 different insurance agents, your various insurance policies could end up full of holes. But call a farmer's insurance agent for a farmer's friendly review. And one agent will bring all your policies together, get rid of gaps, and help trim costs. So if you're with more than one company, cut it out. Because America can depend on farmers.
It began 75 years ago and developed into America's ultimate obsession. Experience the magic of sport's most celebrated game through all the hard-hitting drama and bone-crunching action. The names, the events, the moments, captured in 75 seasons. The story of the National Football League.
Saturday night at 7 on Channel 9.
Built in 1928, the historic Boston Garden stands today much the same as it always has. Home to the Celtics since 1946, it is the last arena of its kind still standing in the United States. And sometime after this season, it too will fall to the Wrecker's Ball, a victim of the ever-changing times. And with it will go a considerable piece of basketball history. Because within its walls, we have all, Lakers and Celtic fans alike, witnessed some of the best of the human drama that is athletic competition. But at 66 years of age, the Garden has long since seen its better days.
The thing about Boston Garden was it was so old and antiquated that they didn't really have to plan anything bad to happen. Bad things would happen. You know, the thermostats didn't work. In the summer, they had no cooling. We played a game in there where it was like 100 degrees on the court. That was just the nature of the place. It was a very old place, and when you know the nuances and idiosyncrasies of a building, it's a tremendous advantage.
For whatever the reason, within the walls of the Boston Garden, the ball invariably seemed to bounce in the Celtics' direction, and Boston won an incredible 9 of their 16 NBA titles here. The Garden's parquet floor was a scene of some of the Lakers' greatest frustrations.
There really was this tremendous albatross on the back of this team. There was just something about the Celtics that would always bring out the very worst in this team. And, you know, they won all those titles in the 60s, and I think they beat the Lakers 5 or 6 times in the finals. And, you know, that's tough to take.
In the 80s, the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird era carried the long-standing rivalry between the two teams to perhaps its most competitive level ever.
In 1984, we should have won that series. We had Game 2 won after beating them in Game 1 at Boston Garden, and I call a timeout, a stupid timeout, and we ended up turning the ball over, and they tied it and beat us in overtime. We blew them out in Game 3, and then we lost in Game 4. You know, it was one giveaway after another, and I give them a lot of credit, but we just weren't ready to beat the Celtics, and in Game 7, we just choked that game away.
But in 1985, the Lakers were back, and in a physically grueling 6-game series, beat the Celtics in the finals for the first time. And for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it was a moment that will always be cherished.
This series in '85 was certainly the best moment in my career, certainly. And, you know, the Los Angeles Lakers is the only team that ever won a world championship in the Garden other than the Celtics. So I hope they hurry up and tear it down before anybody else does that.
And so although the Boston Garden will cease to physically exist sometime within the next year, its rich legacy of basketball history will live on in the minds of those who played here and in the hearts of those who watched them play. The Lakers' 35th anniversary spotlight was brought to you by Chevrolet and the all-new Chevy Blazer. Its exclusive driver control system provides outstanding ride and handling. Test drive it, won't you? At your local Chevy dealer.
If it's not raining where you are right now, it soon will be. Good evening, I'm Jane Velez-Mitchell. Coming up on Prime 9 News after the game, the Southland is on the storm watch once again, bracing itself for more wet weather. We'll take you live to all the potential trouble spots and show you what people are doing to stay dry. Plus, Judge Lance Ito makes some big rulings, including the admissibility of the N-word in the Simpson case. What he decided right after the game. Please join us.
Doing nothing. It's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. And now, doing nothing will save you an average of 40% on Pacific Bell local toll calls, automatically. No switching companies, no access codes. So if you're doing nothing, keep up the good work. Pacific Bell.
The house is this room, brick and mortar. A home is what will take place in this room when we're all finished. What takes place inside of a house really makes it a home, and what takes place inside of one of our stores makes it a special place for the customers. What we are about is service. We're in the yes business. Yes, we accept American Express. The last thing that Home Depot is into is putting limits on customers.
The American Express card is welcomed at the Home Depot and lots of other places close to home.
Boy, that McDonald's Egg McMuffin sure smells good.
95 cents, please.
Yeah, we know. 95 cents for the breakfast bargain.
Plum fresh egg, Canadian style bacon.
Look, just give me 95 cents.
No. You keep yours. We'll get our own there, Colonel Coin Collector.
Break in 95 with McDonald's 95-cent Egg McMuffin. A hot, fresh Egg McMuffin or a tempting Big Mac for just 95 cents.
You don't understand. I need 95 cents.
What does she need 95 cents for, Jay?
Yeah, she's already got an Egg McMuffin.
For a limited time, so hurry.
What are we, a change machine?
From its idealized engineering to its sculpted aerodynamics, it has been designed to be as beautiful to drive as it is to look at. The 1995 Toyota Celica, including the all-new convertible. What else would you expect from a company that approaches manufacturing as an art?
Pac-10 Conference Basketball on KCAL, the place for the best, toughest college hoops in the West. Watch the Golden State's College Elite press full court to get the Pac-10's biggest names. From tip-off to sign-off, the best seats are your seats with Channel 9. Saturday is a Southwestern showdown. UCLA in a shootout at Arizona State. 1 p.m. Saturday here on KCAL 9.
From Boston Garden, very rainy day. Hopefully we'll be able to get over to Philadelphia tonight for tomorrow night's game. Score at halftime, Los Angeles Lakers with their biggest lead of the evening, 62-48, and they did it with 61% shooting. For Stu Lance, I'm Chick Hearn. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we certainly have enjoyed what will be our final visit to this particular garden.
Yeah, the first half was a great half for the Los Angeles Lakers, but when you take in perspective that this is the last time, or the last half, that'll be played here, you got to stop and think about all the other times that you've been here.
Somebody asked me, some reporter the other day in an interview, how many games I had done out of here, and I got thinking, years ago we used to play always the full 7-game playoffs, and you used to play 3 here and 3 there.
During the regular season, yeah, Eastern Western Conference.
Must be over 100 times. Anyway, I'll never forget it, and I'll never forget the half that Elden Campbell had either.
Neither will Elden Campbell, I tell you. He came to play this evening from the outset. He was aggressive. When he's hitting the offensive glass, you know you're in trouble. He had 20 points and 6 rebounds in the first half. I believe he had 14 of those points in the second quarter. He dominated whoever that the Boston Celtics put on him at the low post, overpowered him, shot the jump shot, whatever it took, Elden did. He even ran the floor a few times, so he had a great half. Dino Radja led the way for the Celtics with 10 points and 7 rebounds, but it took him 12 shots to get the 10 points. And when your shot attempts equal or exceed your total points, you have not had a great night. But Dino will be back in the second half to show what he can do.
And so will we be back in just a moment. The score at halftime, 62-48, and we're coming to you radio and television on our simulcast on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Flying to the Bay Area for business? If these 95 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines to the Bay Area, maybe this will. With the most flights at the lowest unrestricted fares, it's no wonder that Southwest is the low-fare airline.
You love how new we're looking. You love how hot we're cooking. Yeah. You love the stuff we're made of. You love how fresh we make it. You love how fast we take it. You love the stuff. You love the stuff. You love the stuff we're made of. You love the stuff we're made of. Pizza Hut.
There's a whole new spirit at Pizza Hut, and you're going to feel it and taste it in everything we do. That's why from now on, your pizza will be right or it's free. Guaranteed.
You love the stuff. You love the stuff we're made of. You love the stuff we're made of. Pizza Hut. You love the stuff. You love the stuff. You love the stuff we're made of. You love the stuff we're made of. Pizza Hut.
Before we introduced the all-new Chevy Blazer, it was thoroughly tested. We're quite pleased with the results. After we introduced the all-new Chevy Blazer, it was thoroughly tested. We're quite pleased with the results.
What a game. The Lakers and the Clippers are tied at 114 in the second overtime.
Come on, 9 chances. Throw it in, baby. Throw it in.
Campbell. You haven't made a shot this week.
Yes. It's good, baby.
Dino and Campbell sends the call into the ring. The Lakers win 160.
Lakers basketball. Come share the tradition. For tickets, call 1-800-LAKERS-LA.
You know, when I hear the words Jumbo Jack, I can't help but smile. It reminds me of the first one I ever made on my dad's grill in the backyard. Well, now that I got my company back, I'm reintroducing my Jumbo Jack. It's juicier and tastier, like I used to make them. And just for old time's sake, it's only 99 cents. Watch out, Mac. Jack's back.
Lakers basketball is being brought to you by McDonald's of Southern California, where you can score a $2.99 extra value meal. By Great Western's family of companies, $38 billion strong. Great Western will always be there. By Taco Bell, featuring the new Big Fill menu. 5 great ways to fill up for under $1. Brought to you by Reebok. Play above the rim on Planet Reebok. And by Pizza Hut. To enjoy delicious pizza, call the Pizza Hut nearest you today.
Well, leading scorers in the ballgame in the first half for the Lakers. Elden Campbell had 20. Cedric Ceballos with 13. Nick Van Exel also had 13. For the Celtics, Dino Radja had 10. Xavier McDaniel 8. And Dominique Wilkins had 7. The Lakers shot 61%. The Celtics 44. Lakers out-rebounded them 21-18.
Hi, McDaniel has the ball in the front court as we go to the third quarter. And here is the whistle. Illegal defense. You know, a lot of people flew in here to see this game and just to see the last time the Lakers would ever be here. 2 men from the L.A. Police Department, Iggy Verduzco and Kevin Martin. Carol Banning wanted to be remembered to some people in San Pedro. Jeff Potter, Ken Potter Jr., Ken Potter Sr., and Tim Wall all flew in for the game.
What about David Herbrick from Whittier? He flew in for the game as well.
He told me that. I didn't see his name here in my list. Tom Shaheen is here from Long Beach, and he's going to Philly with us. He likes it so much. The free throws, no good on the technical, and here's the ball out in front, handled out there by Minor. Strange lineup they're starting, turning in low and throwing it over Vlade, no good, but the foul is on Vlade Divac as Montross got it home.
Well, you mentioned a strange lineup. It is strange only because of who you see out there, but when you consider the effort that they put in the second quarter, knowing Chris Ford as I do, he read them the riot act in the at halftime, and he changed his starting lineup. Everybody except Montross is on the bench that started the ball game.
Montross makes a free throw. Vlade picks up his third foul. The Lakers went on a 28-13 run at the end of the second quarter, and that's when Campbell and Van Exel both came back from the bench. Boy, they really turned it on.
And with this small lineup that the Celtics have on the floor, you know they're going to be doing a whole lot of trapping because they're not going to be able to contain the bigger Lakers.
Montross gets his first 2 points of the game. The ball in low to Campbell. Turn, shoot, 12-footer, in and out, no. Rebound is off, and it's taken by Minor. Minor gives the ball to the little guard, Douglas. Douglas takes it over to McDaniel. McDaniel whips it out to Douglas. Bounce, that's a good pass to Minor underneath. He puts it up to be fouled. Elden Campbell gets his third foul.
Well, that's about the only thing that's going to keep Elden from having a career night offensively tonight. As the Lakers, after they trapped, the ball was, they swing it around to the other side. Elden picks up the foul, trying to block the shot of Greg Minor.
Minor shooting 56% from the floor, 71% from the free throw line. Free throw is good. I'll tell you one thing. The Lakers don't want to get careless here because the Lakers aren't going to shoot 61% in the second half as they did in the first half.
Well, the Celtics are not going to let that happen, I don't believe, in two halves. No way.
Chris Ford isn't going to let that happen is right. And, of course, he's got some great ones with him. Don Casey and the former NBA star, Dennis Johnson. And it's now 62-52, only a 10-point lead. Lakers know how it is to come from behind, and they know this club can do it, too. Van Exel stops the dribble, takes the ball to Ceballos. Ceballos backing in. Ceballos going to turn and shoot on Fox. He does it. Bank shot, no good. Rebound is off to Montross. Montross gives the ball to Douglas. They look like they got a hungry team in there now. Douglas down the middle, throws up a 5-footer and got the roll. The Lakers better think about a timeout pretty soon.
First rule of defense, you must stop the basketball. And they let Douglas go the distance.
The Los Angeles Lakers give up 6 straight points, and here's the ball out to Van Exel. He shoots to break the string. It's on the way. Has to have a bounce. Didn't get a rebound of Vlade. No. Kept alive, and there's a loose ball foul against the Celtics. Ceballos was getting the ball, and he was fouled by McDaniel, who is a very physical player. And when I say physical, I don't mean dirty. I mean he is aggressive.
Very aggressive, but the thing about him is he doesn't complain when you're aggressive to him.
Not at all. Not at all. He's got 3 fouls now. And we got the ball to Van Exel. The Laker lead has been reached at just 8. Here's Van Exel driving on Fox, dribbles around and puts it up. The comment goes, I think. Yes, it goes. Wow.
That's some
what
shot.
A great pivot with the ball and bank shot.
That is some shot.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I thought they had him trapped. Cedric has a play, goes baseline, then spins to the middle. They have him trapped, and somehow he gets rid of the ball before his other foot touches the ground, or else that would have been traveling. He gets a 3-point play out of it.
That's a sensational play. Long pass, front court to Fox after the 3-point play is completed by Ceballos. Now Fox above the 3-point line wearing Jerry West number. Down the middle he comes. In the air he goes. Shoots and gets a roll on the soft rim. And he's got another basket for the Celtics. And they trail by 65-59. And Exel takes the ball in low to Campbell. Campbell backing in. Turns underneath. Puts it up and puts it in. He really backed McDaniel up. And the coach thought that it might have been charging.
I tell you, Elden's just too big and strong for Xavier McDaniel at the box.
22 points for him. McDaniel at the other end is too quick for Campbell. He goes out there that far, 16,
also,
and he makes it.
Elden doesn't want to pick up that 4th foul either.
I don't want him to either. 67-58. Ball to Vlade Divac. Vlade looks under the basket to Campbell. Can't get it there. He's being fronted by McDaniel. Now dribble drive Ceballos again underneath. Reverse layup with the left hand is sensational. Basket counts again. Oh, what a play. He's put together 2 plays in a row that are highlight film action, folks. Believe me.
Well, Rick Fox is the victim on the last 2 plays as well, as Cedric just takes him isolation play, takes him baseline, gets the foul, continuation, gets the basket, and as you said, 2 3-point plays in a row.
Man. He's made 7 out of 9 field goals. He gets his 19th point with a free throw. And the Los Angeles Lakers lead it by 12. Here's the ball over to Minor. Minor out in front to McDaniel. McDaniel's 19-footer on the way. No. Nice rebound. Minor tipped the ball to his teammate Fox. Fox will get credit for the rebound. Minor gets it back to the base. Shot no good. The rebound is off. Free ball. Gets to McDaniel. McDaniel down the middle of Minor. He's following the act of shooting by either Vlade or Elden.
I say Elden Campbell. That's a situation where defensive rebounding really hurt the Lakers. It gave the Celtics, of course, 3 opportunities, and in the final one, it's the Celtics going to the free throw line as the X-Man gives the good pass to Minor. Elden reaches in, picks up to 5.
That's a tough break for Elden. He was going to get a new career high tonight. He still can. He's only got 4 fouls, but he's got 22 points, and he has to go to the bench, and Bowie will come in to replace him. Elden will leave the floor between free throws.
Well, it's going to be important now for Sam Bowie to really score at the low post. He's not really a back-to-the-basket player, but when he's being defended by someone that much shorter, you have to take advantage of that on the box.
Minor makes both free throws. And the score is 70-60. 9:08 left to play in the third quarter. This big crowd now was taken out of the game by the Lakers surge late in the second quarter. Here's the ball to Bowie. Underneath the Vlade. He makes a good catch. He makes a nice basket. Good catch.
Yeah, well, they've switched. They put Montross on Bowie, so that means the X-Man is going to guard Vlade. Vlade has to be the guy that's
72-60, the Lakers lead it. Minor has the ball above the 3. In low, they give to Fox. Gets away from Jones. Comes underneath and banks it in. Nice spin move with the pivot. Got away from Jones, the rookie. And it's 72-62. Van Exel coming to the attacking zone. He's got 13 points, all in the first half. Out to Bowie. Bowie will shoot the perimeter shot once in a while. Pass back door. Good play to Jones. His reverse layup, no good. Rebound is off. Great pass by Bowie. 4-on-2. Underneath Fox. Put it up and score. 8-point ball game. 72-64. Van Exel was down the middle. Throws up the left-hander. No. Rebound Ceballos. Ceballos still got it. Bounce underneath to Van Exel. It goes through his hands. They surprise Van Exel. And the ball picked by McDaniel. The crowd is back in it. Douglas underneath. Score. Timeout. Los Angeles. Listen to these Bostonians. Lakers lead is cut, Stu, to 72-66. We'll be back with 8 minutes left to play in the third quarter on the Lakers Basketball Network.
There's something happening here. What it is exactly clear. You have to stop to what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Get out of the old and get into the cold. When we developed our new advanced handling and driver control system, we looked to Lexus and BMW. But we didn't stop there. Introducing the all-new Chevy Blazer. With the exclusive driver control system. Even if you never take it this far, it's nice to know it's there.
Happy New Year! January 1st. Today's the day I'm getting in shape. What do you think? I'm a man! Today's the day I'm gonna be buff. I'm gonna be chiseled. I'm gonna be manly, manly, manly. Adonis!
Bud Miller and Coors 12 packs are just $5.99 during the month of January at AM PM. That's right. Bud Miller and Coors 12 packs just $5.99.
Woohoo! February 1st, that's the day I'm getting in shape.
Lakers basketball is being brought to you by Southwest Airlines, implying the low-fare airline is just plain smart. By cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Get out of the old to get into the cold. And by Chevrolet and the all-new Chevy Blazer. Test drive it at your local Chevy dealer.
Well, in the first half, the Lakers shot 61%, the Celtics 44%. But here in the third, the Lakers are shooting 44%, the Celtics 75%.
The Celtics have a hungry team out there. They've outscored the Lakers 18-10 in 3 minutes and 57 seconds. 18-10. Van Exel thought he was fouled. The ball to Bowie. Bounce in low to Jones. Jones against Fox. Jones down the middle. Beats Fox. Throws it up and throws it in. The timeout paid dividends of 2.
That's the first time I've seen Eddie Jones shoot the traditional hook shot.
Long pass the other way. Goes to Minor. He's down the middle. He hangs. 10-footer. Count it goes. It didn't go. 2 shots. I want to tell you who's working with us. Frank Pollock is heading up producing directing for KLAC and the Laker Radio Network, and Susan Stratton for Channel 9. Our associate directors are Tom Mouses and Chuck McKean. Our remote graphics, Jane Troust, assisted by Seth Shore. Technical director, Mark Johnson. Halftime producer, Ron Jacobs. Our cameraman that got some great work around town today that you see on some of these spots, Victor Smith. Phil Adler is our senior audio man. Laurie Mancini is with me here at the desk, our floor manager. Both free throws are good, and it's 74-68, a 6-point lead. Boy, did that evaporate in a hurry. 16-point lead they had at halftime. Now Van Exel to Bowie. Losing Campbell didn't help at all. Bounce pass goes in low to Ceballos. Dribble drive, in deep, hang. 6-footer. Oh, that's a heck of a shot. It's really a good shot. He had to go straight up and throw it with his right hand.
He's got 21 points.
Now we got McDaniel playing very well. He's guarded by Vlade with 3 fouls. Out in front to Douglas. Sherman down the middle. University of Syracuse throws it up, misses. The rebound is up, Mont post, and he got it home. And again, it's 6 points, 76-70.
Well, that unit that Chris Ford has on the floor, they are working.
They're really hungry. The ball goes in low to Vlade. Vlade gives it out to Bowie. Bowie back into Vlade. 2-man game. Vlade, look out for the charge. He has it. He whips it out. Oh, to Jones, almost intercepted. Jones dribble in deep, throws it up, won't go. Tipped by Vlade, won't go. Rebound Montrose, pull down pass. Minor coming with Fox. Bounce to Fox. Nice play on the score. They got it down to 4, and the Lakers are in big trouble. Yeah. All the momentum belongs to Boston.
That's the thing about Mr. Momentum. He'll change jerseys on you at any time, and he is now wearing Celtic white. Or green, however you want to look at it.
We got Jones with the ball in the front court into Vlade against McDaniel. Vlade's much bigger. McDaniel fouled him on the dribble. On the dribble. Ball will come out of bounds.
Well, there's no way that X-Man can guard him in the low post, whether it be Vlade, Sam Bowie, Eldon Campbell, but just because of the size, that disadvantage he has, Vlade takes advantage of his height, tries to get it to the middle, gets the foul against the X-Man.
Vlade goes out of the ball game. The ball is brought in. That's 4 fouls on McDaniel, by the way. Van Exel gets a screen, stops, shoots a high arc shot, and hits a 3. Oh, what a shot. He usually throws frozen ropes at that 3. That thing was 3 times his normal altitude.
Minor jumped up and made him alter the shot.
But even so, he had the ability to do it. 79-72. That was a big basket in this quarter. Maybe a stopper, we'll see. It goes into McDaniel, double teamed. McDaniel's got single coverage. Now they cross-courted high. Douglas can't get it out of bounds. Bad pass by McDaniel. The double team really worked.
Well, that's why if you're double team and you keep your hands high, the pass, if he tries to throw an over-the-top pass, it goes further than he would like. And the shorter man, Sherman Douglas, could not reach that pass. 79-72.
Nick's last shot was something to behold. I didn't think he could throw it that high.
Up and away.
Bounds away. Third quarter action. Van Exel's got it. Van Exel another 3. This is too far out. Shot is no good. The rebound is off. It was short. Hit the bottom of the rim. Came to Fox. Fox in the front court. First name Rick. Minor at the baseline. McDaniel. He fakes. Switch Lynch away with the fake. Didn't get it. The rebound is off to Ceballos. He passes the ball down the floor and it's taken by Fox on an interception. A great play by Fox. That saved a short basket. Now he ends up, and where's the goat horns?
There's the old thing again, Chick. You don't want 2 offensive players running in the same lane on the break. They were too close together. Fox threw it between both of them.
5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Van Exel coming down the floor, right by us. We're courtside, a great advantage spot. Now we got Van Exel. He's being guarded now by Wesley, who just came on. Pass intended for Ceballos, goes out of bounds. Ceballos hurdles, goes up into the first row of paid customers over there. No one's hurt.
Said you got to hurry back. They're not going to wait very long for you.
They're not going to wait at all. Coming in the ball game is D. Brown. Out of the ball game goes Minor. Rebounds in this quarter. Boston 8, Lakers 2.
That last pass that Cedric tried to catch, I don't think Cedric thought the pass was going to get to him. Then the last second it did.
He said, hello, folks. Montross brings the ball over to McDaniel underneath the Fox. He's there. He fakes. He puts it up. It banks in and out and goes back in. 79-74, 4.5 to play in the third. The Lakers came into this quarter with a big lead, you know that, of 14 points. That's 10 points, all in this quarter. All in this quarter by Fox. He's made 5 out of 6 field goals. Van Exel down the middle, keeps Wesley. Scoop shot good, basket count. This guy is growing, folks, by the inch. I know it's redundant. I know we're harping on it. But when you see a rose start to open in your garden, coming into full bloom like this kid is, you got to stop and admire it.
Chick, that was almost an ankle breaker. When you get a guy going east and you're going west and his shoes are tied, you say, mix it. Bye.
His shoes are tied. It reminds me of Vic Smith. Nothing. All right, it's now 82 to 74. Long pass front court. The Lakers by 8. Three-point play completed by Van Exel. Now the ball over. Ball stolen. Great play by Lynn. Will they floor him? Here he comes all the way. What a play defensively by Wesley.
Now let me tell you what
play by Wesley.
It was a good play by Wesley, but because the action outran the officials, no official was in position to see him go down the wrist of George Lynch. George, with the good defensive play, comes up with it, and then when they changed ends, the officials are out of position. They are not ahead of the pack, and down the arm was Wesley. That was a foul all the way.
All right, the ball to Bowie. Bowie out in front to Van Exel. These referees got a lot of floor to cover. They have regular routes. Here's Van Exel for 3. That won't go. The rebound is off and taken by D. Brown. Brown coming out of the backcourt, trailing it by 8. 3:50 to play here in the third quarter. Celtics have made a great run in this quarter. Radja's back in the ball game. Now the ball goes in low. They've taken Montross out. McDaniel backing in. McDaniel turns, shoots, 12-footer. That's his favorite shot. That little step back. They've done all of this without Wilkins, who will come in the next time it's dead. 82 to 76. And the ball given to Bowie. Xavier. Pass underneath the Lynch. 3 balls. Grabbed by Peeler, who puts it in. Lynch caught it temporarily, dropped it, and accidentally Peeler was in his lane.
That's a hustle play for Anthony.
You bet it is. You bet it is. That's all he does is hustle. 84 to 76. Radja gives the ball off to McDaniel. McDaniel turn, shoot. There's that same shot again. He likes it. Little step back. 84 to 78. Long pass the other way. Lynch can't get it. And out of bounds. And the Lakers say, hey, my fault. My fault. Peeler threw it away.
Dominique, averaging 21 points on the year, has 7 points tonight, but never fear.
Yeah.
Those scores find out a way to get theirs.
I say leave a sleeping dog sleep. Here's the ball out in front. McDaniel's got to give the ball to Wesley. Wesley to Fox. He's hot in this quarter. His 20-footer won't go. Rebound is up high. Van Exel. Van Exel 6 feet and 1 inch tall. He's in the front court, leading it by 6. 2:44 to play in the third. The ball is into Peeler. Peeler working on illegal defense. Illegal defense. He was working on Wilkins.
And the timeout has been called, but as you said, that's an illegal defense. That's a technical foul. So when they come back, I believe it'll be a free throw for the Lakers. On the Lakers Basketball Network.
There's only one beer with pure refreshment written all over it. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft and MGD Light. Why so many people are getting out of the old and into the cold.
Doing nothing. Usually, this is bad. But now, doing nothing will lower the average cost of your local toll calls 40% through Pacific Bell. Automatically. No switching companies, no access codes. This is good, don't you think? Pacific Bell.
We paint the new Chevy Blazer in a highly automated paint application facility. Those entering the paint area have to put on special lint-free apparel, and in some cases pass through an air shower. Before paint is applied by robots, the primed bodies are gently brushed with ostrich feathers. Now, you might not always be able to admire the stunning result all this has on the Blazer's paint job, but it's nice to know it's there somewhere.
What's on tap, Stu?
Well, Philadelphia is at Washington, San Antonio at Miami, the Rockets are at the Pistons, Minnesota at Chicago, and Cleveland at Utah.
There's a fan running around here with this sign, Laker jacket. He's got more guts than I got, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you, he better not go up into the stands.
And he better not go outside after the game carrying it.
I thought that was the second illegal defense against the Celtics. That was only their first.
Yeah. All right, Van Exel's got the ball.
Lakers shooting 53% now in this quarter, but the Celtics 69%.
Van Exel has the ball. Van Exel gives the Peeler down to the little bank shot. It's in there. Nice little semi-hook on that. Got good touch on the glass. 86-78. Peeler's looked good both times they've used him tonight. He's got 4 points here in the third quarter. Now the Lakers have the 8-point lead. They did lead going into this quarter by 14. Bounce pass in low to Wilkins. Pass underneath the Fox. He puts it up backhanded. No good, but he was fouled. And the foul is going to be on Lynch.
Again, though, Chick, there was a defensive miscommunications going on here. You don't want to triple team a player, and the Lakers sent 3 guys at Dominique Wilkins again.
Free throw by Fox is good. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Hi, this is Del Harris. Stay tuned for Prime 9 News immediately following the game.
Fox misses the second one. Fox has got 11 points all in this quarter. Van Exel got the rebound in this free throw. Bowie has got it. Bowie dribbling against Radja. Out in front, to Peeler, pointing. Now gives the ball to Van Exel. Screened by Bowie. Van Exel guarded by Fox. Van Exel's so quick, Fox can't stay with him. As good a defender as he is. Shot. He thought he made that one. It's off. The rebound and the foul on Peeler. Reaching for the ball, he got the arm of Radja. Radja going to the free throw line is a 76%er.
Well, if you're going to reach in like that, you have to reach in and get your hand out pretty quick. Anthony reached in and just kept his arms in there, and Dino did a good job of blocking that arm and picks up the foul.
This is second year in the NBA, a disgruntled and disappointed man, Campbell, because when you are playing real well like he was, you know it. Nobody has to tell you. It's not conceit, it's not ego, you just know it.
Yeah, no one knows better than you. And he's mad that he picked up that 4th foul, but he is where he should be at this point because he wants to be strong for that 4th.
He's got 2 more fouls left. 86-81, 5-point ball game, 1:40 to play in the third. Van Exel with the ball in the front court. Lakers have been outscored by 9 up to this point. Out in front, we got the little guard Wesley guarding Van Exel. Pick and roll with Bowie. Van Exel comes down the middle, loses the ball, gets it back. They knock it loose. They steal the ball. He knocks it loose. Wilkins got the ball stolen, but a foul. Lynch. You know when the ball is bouncing around to that many hands that somebody's going to come up with a handful of wrist.
Well, Nick got into the lane there, but boy, did he run into some traffic. He tries to free himself, loses the ball. Dominique comes up with it, and then from behind, George Lynch with the foul. That sends Dominique Wilkins back to the line.
Great free thrower, 3 fouls. Dominique at the line. Free throw is good. Boston has made 20 out of 25. The Lakers have made 13 out of 14. The next one on the way, that's good. It's a 3-point lead, 86-83. That's the closest they have been since the bus stop. Pass to Lynch. The crowd is really going now. 1:18 to play in the third. Smith's got the ball. Smith holds it up. Lakers got 3 guards in there with Peeler and Van Exel and Smith. Smith looking for somebody to give it to. Jones is on the bench. Pass inside the foul. The foul is on Wesley. That's free throw time for Van Exel. If he makes the first one, he'll have 20 points in the ball game to go with 7 assists.
Nick Van Exel posting up. David Wesley comes away with the foul. He's going to go to the line. Not often that you see 6-footers in the lane posting up.
No, that's right.
19 points.
And the guy guarding him was 6 feet. Free throw no good. They've made 13 out of 15 now. It's going to be one torrid 4th quarter.
Yes, it is. The first 5 minutes of the 4th, vital.
And the Laker free throw is good. 14 out of 16 they've made. The Laker lead is 4. 1 minute left to play here in the third quarter. Schickern with Stu Lance. Watching Wesley from the front court. Lob underneath in deep. Wilkins has got it, but they knock it out of his hands in a double team, and I believe it was Van Exel that hit the ball as opposed to Smith, who was behind him. Del Harris, the Laker coach, first year. 5 years at the helm has been Chris Ford. He got 12 in the 24. Wilkins from way out yonder. You know he's dangerous now. And it's 87-85. That's the closest they've been. An excellent Peeler. The last 11 points scored for the Lakers by those two guards. 87-85. 38 seconds left. Lakers go into Bowie. Bowie out in front of Van Exel. 7 on the 24. Bowie with 5 on the 24. With 4. Got to get rid of it. He did. Threw it away. Here comes Wesley. Here comes 3 other guys in white. Now the ball to McDaniel. He throws up a 10-footer north. Rebound to Bowie. Bowie with 20 seconds left. They got to get the good shot. Lynch does, throws it up and in, reverse layup. What a shot.
How did he avoid the foul?
I don't know. How did Fox avoid it? Here's the ball low, flatted by Bowie, saved by Fox. Under the basket they go. Basket accounted, goes, it does. Wesley got it on a garbage play. This could be a tie ball game.
Well, George Lynch's last basket, up and under. Nice shot by Lynch. Then on the other end, the Celtics beat the Lakers down the floor. They double team. Sam Bowie almost comes up with the steal, but then Fox to Wesley. Left-hand shot, count the basket, give him a three-point opportunity.
Second-year man Wesley at the line. Free throws short. They're a 77% rebound free-throwing team. Lakers call a 20-second timeout with 4 seconds left. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Doing nothing. It's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. And now, doing nothing will save you an average of 40% on Pacific Bell local toll calls, automatically. No switching companies, no access codes. So if you're doing nothing, keep up the good work. Pacific Bell.
Well, now the Lakers are getting a taste of their own medicine. Recently, 5 times this year, they have come from 10 back or more and won a game. Almost did it again in Indiana, the first game of this trip. But they lost that one by 1, and now, Stu, the Celtics have outscored them by 12 in this quarter.
Yeah, the Celtics have they've been the quicker team in this quarter. The Lakers have had some opportunities, but they haven't been able to extend, of course. And now we find themselves in a real good ball game. Heading into the fourth quarter, the Lakers are going to be possibly only up by 2.
They must have charged a full timeout. The clubs are standing as though it's a 20.
Longest 20-second timeout in the world.
All right, here we go. Ball will be out of bounds for the Lakers.
It's going to be interesting to see what lineup the Lakers put on the floor to start the fourth quarter in possibly a 2-point game. Van Exel, he's got to go out of the game pretty soon. I would think he needs a little bit of a rest, but can you afford to take him out to start the fourth?
He had a 5-minute rest in the first half, played 19. Now full court pressure. Don't throw it away and give them 2 points. Make sure that you get it to a teammate. The ball to Van Exel. Van Exel lobs under to Peeler. He's got it. He put it up and couldn't get anything on it in the quarter end. That was a nice play that Del Harris set up in the huddle. Nice, and they executed it perfectly, but just too tough a shot.
Well, we talked about it. Now they've got it executed in the fourth. It's a 2-point game on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Johnson throws it. Come on, my dog can catch better than that. Right, Buster? Guys, we're going in. Hit it.
Hey, is that a dog? That's right, Bob, a dog, and they're going to run the old pooch to the post. And now the guy with no helmet drops back to pass. Oh, great catch! Just like Miller Lite, Bob, you expect great things from the great taste that's never watered down. Touchdown, doggy. I have officially seen everything. Miller Lite, can your beer do this? It's go!
Lately, I've been spending a lot of time with this old rope, thanks to Great Western Direct Deposit. You see, on payday, when folks are standing in line at the bank with their paycheck, mine's already in my checking account, and I get time for this. By the way, they don't even charge you for a regular checking account. Now, nobody likes to get tied up on payday. Talk to Great Western Bank about direct deposit, or ask your employer.
At this rate, we'll never get to the Super Bowl.
No kidding, mister. We can make it 30 miles on E.
Sure can go for a 95-cent Big Mac.
I hear you, man.
12 patties, special sauce.
That's enough just to make me drool.
Onions.
Come on, you're killing me, man.
Break in 95 with McDonald's 95-cent Big Mac. A two-fisted Big Mac or toasty egg McMuffin for just 95 cents, but only for a limited time, so hurry.
Talking about McDonald's is not going to get us to this exit any quicker. Follow that Big Mac!
We're under a truck chaser!
Before we introduced the all-new Chevy Blazer, it was thoroughly tested. We're quite pleased with the results. After we introduced the all-new Chevy Blazer, it was thoroughly tested. We're quite pleased with the results.
Well, check the Laker forwards. Starting forwards are having a big night. Cedric Ceballos has 21 points, 5 rebounds on 8 out of 10. Eldon Campbell has 22 points, 6 rebounds on 9 out of 16. But they see their team only up by 2 points. After 3 quarters, the Lakers are shooting 58%, the Celtics 52. The Lakers are now being out-rebounded 29-27 thanks to an 11-6 advantage for the Celtics in the third, and 14 turnovers for the Lakers, 10 for the Celtics.
The Lakers were outscored in the quarter big time, 39-27. That makes the score read 89-87 in favor of the Lakers. Van Exel's got the ball to start the fourth quarter. You better get a few hoops here in a hurry before the crowd really gets into this thing. Van Exel with the ball. Van Exel dribbling. Campbell is returned. Bowie gives Campbell a pass. He's against Radja. He turns, shoots way short on the 10-footer. Rebounds off. Campbell picks up the garbage, throws it in. Oh, wow. What a lucky break for the Lakers and Campbell.
Well, when
he'll take it.
You're having games like he's having tonight, you get breaks like that.
Sure you do. You create them. All right, that's 24 points for him. And with the ball out in front, we've got Wesley wants to go, does go to Wilkins. Wilkins will turn it loose in this quarter. There it is. That's a two-pointer. He was standing right on the three-point line. He's made his last 2 shots. 91-89 the Lakers. First meeting of the 2 that they'll have this year. Boston will be at the Forum later on. Van Exel with the ball. Screened by Campbell. Pick and roll under to Campbell. He skies to get it. He's there. Put it up to be fouled. Nice play. Foul Ellison. Ellison doesn't believe it.
Well, Nick Van Exel and Eldon Campbell running a nice 2-man game. They stepped out, and then Nick threw the ball back inside to Eldon, who gets fouled. We talk about free throws being important, but in the fourth quarter, they are magnified, and so you better make them going down the stretch.
He's made 4 out of 5. A lot of arch, too much arch, really. 5 out of 6 he's made, so don't criticize success, Chick. That gives him 25 points. He's also got 7 rebounds, 6 at the offensive end. That's too high again. It's not close. The rebound is off to Radja. The Laker lead is 3, 92-89. Coming with the ball, Wesley, David out of Baylor. Bounce back door underneath, slam dunk, Radja. Wow, did the Lakers get burned on that play defensively?
Well, the Lakers haven't really defended the pick and roll all of that well this evening.
And they worked on that for an hour yesterday in practice. The scouting report said they run the pick and roll more than any team in the league. Ball goes into Ceballos. Ceballos against Wilkins. Shoots over him from 20. No good. Rebound off. And it's pulled down by Pervis. 92-91. The Celtics could take the lead. They led once in the first quarter. I believe it was at 6-5. Now here's the ball to Wesley. Wesley dribbling. Directed by Wilkins. Wesley at the three-point line. Wesley takes to Radja. Pass underneath to Ellison. He's there. Score. They lead it.
Well, again, the pick and roll, they stepped out and switched to Big Little. You can't switch Big Little.
First lead since they led 35-34. Van Exel front court. They wanted over and back. Didn't get it. Van Exel's 17-footer is good. Boy, this little guy is tough. That's 22 for him. And in the assist department, he's got 8. 94-93 the Lakers. And the Lakers come back now to see if they can play some defense. The pick and roll has been killing him with Radja rolling and getting the pass. Here's Wesley at the baseline, guarded by Van Exel. Wrestling match inside. They're going to call Bowie or Radja. Radja's got the ball. Bowie's all over him. They call it on Bowie.
Sam's mistake was he forced him way out on the floor, and then he starts to reach in. And you're 7-1. You don't want to be reaching in on the dribble. That sends, that'll take the ball out of bounds sideline for the Celtics.
They get a reset in the 24. Radja's a very strong player. Now the ball brought in to Fox. He's had a great second half. Got 11 points, all in this half. Second-year player Wesley with the ball. Wesley brings it out to Fox. No, he did not. He took it into Wilkins. Wilkins against Jones. Turn, shoot. Brings it out to Radja. Radja down the middle. In the air. 10-foot jumper. No good. Rebound is off. Wilkins has got it. Wilkins guarded by Campbell. Wilkins comes above the 3. Brings the ball out to Wesley. Wesley takes it over to Fox. Dribble drive. Feeds underneath. Ellison made a good catch. Turns and shoots and misses. And the rebound is off. Long lead pass. Ahead of the pack is Jones, and he scores it. Nothing fancy, just smart. That's the way to play basketball. Don't try to show off at that stage. Make sure of it.
Well, again, heads-up play by both Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel. Eddie running the floor, and Nick surveying the floor on the Lakers Basketball Network.
At Super Bowl I, a young quarterback named Elmer Brooker was on the sidelines. He did not play. At Super Bowl X, he was injured during the coin toss. Though he's never played, Elmer was on every winning Super Bowl team until he retired last year. To Elmer and armchair quarterbacks everywhere, Miller Lite says thanks for letting us play a part in the Super Bowl.
It feels weird not being there. Tell me about it.
Hey, Iceman, what are you cooking today?
Today, the Iceman will cook Chris Webber's lasagna. Lasagna. Mwah. You know, this lasagna is like Chris's game. Layered. He can jump over you, tough in the middle, throw a left-hand hook, a right-hand hook, grabs the ball, and you can't take it out of his hand. And if you're going to win in this league, you got to be like Chris. Got to work. That's what makes you great. Chris, you're on your way. This has been the Iceman Cooketh.
While you'll find the Mitsubishi Galant filled with thoughtful touches, you'll find we've now added one more, the Galant ES Lease. Automatic transmission, air conditioning, power windows and door locks, and more. Just $209 a month for 36 months with $1,000 down. The Galant ES Lease, for a limited time, and the unlimited pleasures of driving a Galant. From Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
Lakers basketball is being brought to you by Southwest Airlines, and flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart. By cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Get out of the old, get into the cold. And by your Southern California Honda dealer. Stop by for the lowdown on our new lease.
Well, the Lakers shooting 58% tonight. The Celtics shooting 52% for the game.
All right, the Lakers come down to play some defense. Vlade is back in there now. Bounce pass, nobody guarding Wilkins. His 20-foot jumper, no rebound. Tipped in the basket. They'll give it to Ellison because he was inside. I really think Jones tipped it in. Or at least had a part of it.
Yeah, he had a part of it.
All right, it's 96-95. The Lakers by 1. Fourth quarter action. Here's Van Exel dribbling against Wesley. Wesley's done as good a job on him as anybody. Bounce down the middle of Jones. Back out to Van Exel. Van Exel dribbling the ball. Radja wrestling with Campbell. Foul is going to be on Radja.
Double foul. Double foul.
You call it a double?
Yeah, and that's a call.
That's a good call.
No, I don't think so. I think you got to call the first foul.
Well, who had the first one?
Well, Radja had the first one. Then Elden got involved trying to hold up his end of it. So Elden is just trying to hold his position. Radja riding his back. All he needed was a saddle.
5 on Campbell.
That's a big foul for Elden with his 5th.
96-95. The ball comes into Van Exel. Van Exel dribbling around a pick by Sabalas. He rolls off that, gets the ball, comes underneath, throws it up and in. Basket's got to count.
Yes.
He did not dribble it after he was fouled. Nice play. I mean, he really went to the basket with authority with 2 men chasing.
And he, shoots the ball up and under the defenders as he beats Dominique Wilkins. Then under the arm of Pervis Ellison.
Yeah.
Nice basket by Cedric. He's trying to complete his 3rd three-point play of this half.
I'll tell you, he's had some marvelous baskets tonight. The free throw is no good. He's got 23 points. Field goal-wise, he's 9 out of 12. 98-95, the Lakers. We're in the 4th quarter. And here with the ball, Wesley playing very well. Gives it out in front to Wilkins. Now to Radja. Radja against Vlade, his buddy. He comes around Vlade with a great pivot and scores. Nice play. They had dinner together last night. A couple of buddies from Yugoslavia. One from Croatia, one from Serbia. Van Exel with a 1-point lead. Van Exel gets the screen by Sabalas. Van Exel down the middle. High arch. Oh, what a shot. A 10-footer, folks, off of the left hand. 24 for him again. Now Wesley with the ball in the front court. He's also got 9 assists.
He might make this team.
I'll say, if he keeps it up. Some pass under the basket. There's Wilkins alone, puts it up and in.
Well,
Wilkins was being fronted by Sabalas, and that's a mismatch.
Well, if you're going to front chick, you have to put pressure on the passer.
And there was none. 199. Pass front court to Vlade. Where you going, Vlade? Where you going? Dribble drive underneath. The ball knocked away and out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers.
Well, Vlade was going to the basket, but it seemed like he was going in slow motion.
Sure did.
And Rick Fox caught him quite easily.
Inbound to Jones, knocked out of bounds by Fox again. 7:08 to play in regulation. Chris Ford, an excited coach. Del Harris, an excited coach for the Lakers. You got to be excited. Del is kneeling down. He's not sitting down. He never sat down this year yet. Oh, he does in the plane.
I was going to say, the only time he sits is on the bus and on the airplane.
There's the whole coaching staff over there. Del Harris, Billy Burke, Larry Drew, Michael Cooper. All right, the ball is brought in to Vlade. 12. Vlade, here's a three-pointer. It won't be close. Vlade gets the rebound. Sabalas, will that be close? Yes, it'll be perfect.
3.
Yes, that's what I said. 103 to 99. 4-point lead. Can they hang on? They're not playing very good defense. That pick and roll's driving them crazy. Now here's Wilkins down the middle, in the air, throws it. Oh, he threw in a miraculous right-hand shot from 10 feet. Nice play. Pass all the way down the floor to Campbell. He makes a reverse layup. Oh, can this guy read the floor, Van Exel?
He can read it, but Elden is running it.
All right, we've got the ball to Fox. But the pass was perfect, Stu. Fox down the middle. Feeds it underneath to Radja. He puts it up and in. Campbell hit the ball, not his hand. 105, 103, 6:23 to play. Campbell in the ball game, 27 points, 1 basket shy of his career high. Ball in low to Sabalas, knocked loose by Wilkins. Sabalas hustles to get it. Sabalas dribble drive in deep, throws up a prayer. No good. Rebound Sabalas, puts it up, didn't get it. Tips it up and gets it. Oh, great play by Sabalas. Don't believe everything you read in the newspapers, folks.
That was some play by Cedric.
103.
You talk about an effort.
Now coming to the ball. That was some effort. Wesley's got it. Sabalas has made 11 of 15 shots. He's got 28 points. Now the ball to Fox. Wilkins posting up again. Inside. They throw it, and it has to be fouled. That was on Vlade Divac's foul. That's his 4th. I tell you, they're going to get killed. They're letting Wilkins post up, and they're not defending the guy that's passing the ball.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he picks up his dribble, whoever the guy is that's inbounding the ball, as soon as he picks up his dribble, you have to really put a lot of pressure. And Cedric Sabalas on his last basket missed the first one, missed the second one, but he's right there, tipped it in on his 3rd attempt. Nice hustle.
Really was. Great throw by Wilkins is good. That gives him 18 points, 11 off of the bench in the second half. Pervis Ellison out, and back in is Montross. The free throw by Dominique is good. And it's a 2-point game again. 107, 105. We've got 5:37 to play in the ball game. And the Lakers, Van Exel with 24 points and 9 assists has it. Van Exel gives the ball to Sabalas. Go to the base. Underneath, put it up. And he's foul. And the foul is on Radja. Radja didn't like the call.
Well, Cedric, I tell you something right now. They're calling his number, and Cedric is answering the phone. He is really responding in this half for the Lakers. He splits 2 defenders again. They call the foul on Radja. Of course, all players don't think they foul. Radja's pleading his case, but Cedric is at the line.
The free throw is short. That's 2 in a row that he's missed. Those could be costly. But he has got 28 points. Sabalas' season high. 50, of course. That's better. And the Laker lead is 3, 108-105. 5:25 to play. Coming with the ball, we've got Wesley. Oh, he's wide open all alone. He shoots and drills it from 28 feet. A 2-pointer. 108-107. How close can it get? Van Exel front court against the same guy that made that one, Wesley. Campbell in low. Now he goes out the other side of the key. Posting up to Sabalas. Fox is starting into him. 8 on the clock. Sabalas fires and will miss. Not Sabalas, but Van Exel miss. And the rebound is off, taken by Montross. They can get the lead again for the 2nd time in this half. Ball given to Fox. Drives on Sabalas. Underneath, charging. Fox lowered the shoulder.
Well, he not only lowered the shoulder check, but you have to get either your head or your drive shoulder past the defender, and he hits Cedric right in the middle of the chest with his arm, pushes Cedric out of the way. Offensive foul, easy call for the official.
A full court pressure being put on now, and the ball is into Van Exel. Van Exel coming out of the back court against Wesley on the simulcast. He's in the front court. Wesley gets defensively picked off by Bowie. Ball given to Campbell. He goes under to shoot, and he's fouled intentionally to make sure he didn't score. I believe Radja will get charged with the foul again.
Well, if he doesn't, he should.
Yes, he should.
He actually tackles Elden Campbell that time. One of those head and shoulder tackles as Elden was going to go up for the left-hand dunk after a nice pass from Nick Van Exel. That's going to send Elden Campbell to the line for 2.
All right, Campbell has made 5 out of 7. The first one will tie his career high. There it is. And the Laker lead is 109-107, 4:35 left to play. The next one coming to Campbell. No good. Just an inch too long, maybe a half inch. And the ball comes off to Wesley. 2-point game. Wesley dribble right. Wesley in deep. Stop. 17-footer won't be close. The rebound to Fox. Fox puts it up and in. Oh, that shot by Wesley. Was he trying to pass it?
I don't know what that shot was, but I also don't know what defense the Lakers were in that time.
We're tied at 109. 4:12 to play. Van Exel with it. Van Exel gets a screen. Van Exel dribbles in deep. Throws a pass underneath the basket. Campbell's got it. Puts it up and in. Oh, you got to be good to make that catch. He doesn't have the greatest hands in the world, but he made that heck of a catch, didn't he?
Tonight he does.
There's his new career high, of course. Wilkins dribble behind the back. Wilkins gets Smith's in defensively for the Lakers. Here's Wesley down the middle in deep. Put it up and it's fly swatted out of bounds by Campbell. And there goes one of our cameramen. Is that one of ours?
I don't know who it is, but he took a lot of punishment on that play, as after the block shot by Elden Campbell, David Wesley goes right into the cameraman.
All right, 3:45 to play. 7 on the 24. Wesley's got it. The 2-pointer if it goes. He hits another one. New Jersey last year for 60 games. 111-111 is the score. We're in the 4th quarter with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. We've got Van Exel with it. Van Exel down the middle. In deep. Throws it up. Doesn't go. Rebound is off. Out of bounds. Boston ball. Timeout is called. 22nd timeout, Boston. 22nd timeout, Boston. This is the Lakers Basketball Exciting Network.
Saturday, 4:30. Lakers, Sixers. Saturday at 4:30.
The magic and excitement of professional football captured in 75 seasons. The story of the National Football League.
Saturday night at 7 on Channel 9.
It's Starathon. Join John Ritter, Henry Winkler, and me, Dennis James, to help people with cerebral palsy.
Saturday night at 10 on Channel 9.
Sounds like the old days here at the old Garden. They're hollering, beat L.A., beat L.A.
So the last basket the Lakers got chipped was actually, I don't know if it was a pass or if the ball got blocked, but Elden came up with it and powered his way to the basket.
Campbell and Sabalas, between them, have scored the last 11 points for the Lakers. Between them in the ball game, the starting forwards of the Lakers, Sabalas and Campbell, have 59 points. Full timeout is called now. We're tied. 111-111, 3:25 to play on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Flying to the Bay Area for business? If these 95 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines to the Bay Area, maybe this will. With the most flights at the lowest unrestricted fares, it's no wonder that Southwest is the low-fare airline.
The house is this room, brick and mortar. A home is what'll take place in this room when we're all finished. What takes place inside of a house really makes it a home, and what takes place inside of one of our stores makes it a special place for the customers. What we are about is service. We're in the yes business. Yes, we accept American Express. The last thing that Home Depot is into is putting limits on customers.
The American Express card is welcomed at the Home Depot and lots of other places close to home.
Trade in my Honda. Never. I love this car. Best car I've ever owned.
Best car we've ever had.
We'd never trade. Sorry.
Love this car. Sorry,
Not
never
gonna
deal.
happen.
Look at it. It's perfect. It's in great shape.
Recently, all these Honda owners did something they vowed they'd never do. They traded in their old Hondas, except for the Craigs.
No.
So while everyone else has a new Honda, the Craigs now have two. The 1995 Accord. If you think your old Honda is worth a lot to you, wait until you see what it's worth to your Honda dealer.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be transmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Well, our Pacific Bell sure shot player of the game is Cedric Ceballos with 29 points, 7 rebounds. He's had 11 out of 16 from the field.
All right, here we go with the ball in the front court. We're tied at 111, and Wesley with the ball against Van Exel. Wesley looking inside to Fox against Ceballos. Fox has got it. He's going to go to the hole on Ceballos. He beats him. The shot is blocked from behind, picked up and scored by Fox.
Well,
great play by Fox. Great second half by Fox.
Yeah, good effort on the loose ball. The loose ball was there, and Fox beat everybody to it.
All right, it's 15 points for him. That's their biggest lead of the game. 2 points. Van Exel with the ball. Van Exel with just 2:49 to play. Van Exel brings out to Tony Smith. Smith looks for Ceballos. Smith dribbled right. Indeed, hanged. Ah, what a bank shot of 10. I thought he was taking a bad shot. He made it look like $1 million for 113 all.
Well, he can get penetration every time because he's being defended by Dominique Wilkins, who's bigger and that doesn't have the quick.
That's the first score he's had in the ball game, first shot of the game. Here with the ball, Dominique. Dominique's going to drive on the shorter man. He does, throws it up badly. He made that shot a few minutes ago. Here's the ball to Van Exel. We're tied at 113 with 2:15 to play. Van Exel yo-yoing up and down. Van Exel out in front. He is about 30 feet straight out. Van Exel looks for Smith. Van Exel looks for Ceballos. Van Exel gives it to Smith. Smith holds it up against Wilkins. Stops. Didn't shoot it. Van Exel didn't. 5 in the clock. Down the middle. Van Exel throws it up and in. An acrobatic shot. He got caught in the air and somehow had the presence of mind and the great body control and fingertip roll to make it.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was good body control. He fakes Wesley out of position, then body controls to the hoop on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Flying to the Bay Area for business? If these 95 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines to the Bay Area, maybe this will. With the most flights at the lowest unrestricted fares, it's no wonder that Southwest is the low-fare airline.
There's something happening here. What it is exactly clear. It's time to stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Get out of the old and get into the cold.
Add the luxury of 8 speakers to the smooth power of 141 horses, to the richness of leather trim. Introducing a new Galant with HomeLink, an exclusive new system that opens the door and lights the way to a new level of meaningful luxury. From Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
Well, timeouts remaining in the game. The Lakers have 3 full timeouts plus a 20, and the Celtics are down to only 1 timeout remaining.
We've got 1 minute and 54 seconds left to play. Remember that yellow sign the kid was carrying around? He just lost it. Dribble drive down the middle. Wesley turns, shoot. It makes a 8-foot jumper.
Well, the Lakers they have a foul to give, Chick, and they didn't give it on that possession. Maybe they will on the next.
That's 13 points for him, Wesley. Wesley's best game this year was 23. Smith with the ball. Smith out in front for the Lakers. We're tied at 115. Smith looking for somebody, anybody. Sabalas has got it against Fox. Sabalas takes him to the hole. Foul, Fox. Fox can't take him one-on-one.
Few players can.
That's right.
Nothing against Rick Fox, but Cedric Sabalas can really get to the basket off the dribble, and Sabalas gets fouled by Fox. Big free throws.
Free throw is good.
Well, wait till he goes in.
He made 6 out of 8.
What are you doing over there?
I can tell.
Let me see what you're looking at.
Same thing you are. 6 out of 8. 7 out of 9 he's made. The Laker lead is 2 with a minute and a half to play.
Now they've got a foul to give. When will they give it?
Wesley with it. Wesley out to Fox. They had a man open. Montross was wide open under the basket. 13 in the 24. Fox behind the three-point line. Fox driving, pivots. They catch him. He treats it underneath. Nice pass and a foul. Montross will go to the line. The foul by Bowie saved, I think, a sure basket.
No question about it, because Rick Fox, after getting into the middle, Tony Smith almost comes up with it, but Fox with a nice pass to Radja, who gets fouled in the act. He has 2 big free throws.
He's got 4 for 4 at the free throw line tonight. Make it 4 for 5. Wilkins goes out of the ball game. Radja looking for his 19th point.
That's a defensive substitution by Chris Ford.
He brings in Minor. Big rebound here of a miss. He didn't miss. And we've got a 1-point game. 1:09 left to play. You got to have a score this time down. Free throw or field goal or both. Smith with the ball. In playing the low post is Van Exel. Van Exel sets a screen in the back line. The ball comes to Van Exel. Van Exel in the air, brings it, throws it away. Travel? No, he held his pivot foot. Good non-call. Wesley with it. Turnover is a big one. 45 seconds left. Here's the ball out in front to Fox. They swing it over to Minor. Minor at the base, brings it out in front. Wesley faked the 3, brings to Fox. He'll shoot the 3. It's blocked by Smith. Van Exel's got it. Throws it length to court. Smith's there. He puts it up and blows the layup. I don't believe it. I do not believe that play. Timeout, Boston.
You only take that shot, Chick, if you're absolutely sure you're going to score it because you got a 1-point lead. You use
what
the
I'm
clock.
talking about.
Otherwise, he didn't get the foul. He doesn't get the basket, and Boston gets possession of the ball. 19 on the 24, 25 on the game clock. The Lakers lead it by 1 on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Charlie and I were making real good time till we got cut off. We were just stuck there. Well, times like that, I'm glad I got Great Western direct deposit. Nothing can hold up my paycheck. It goes into my account automatically. And I can call the bank to confirm it anytime I want. Check it out. You never know when you're going to get caught in traffic. Talk to Great Western Bank about direct deposit, or ask your employer.
So you're saying you could save me big money over AT&T?
20%. 30%. 10.5%.
Can you hold, please? Can you hold, please? Can you hold, please?
If other long-distance companies keep promising your business big savings, call 1-800-COMPARE, and AT&T will guarantee you competitive prices.
Listen, I've got the facts. Got the facts. Got the facts. I'm sticking with AT&T. I'm sticking with AT&T. I'm sticking with AT&T.
Have a good evening, Gail.
Thanks, you too. Thanks, you too. Thanks, you too.
AT&T for the life of your business.
Flying to the Bay Area for business? If these 95 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines to the Bay Area, maybe this will. With the most flights at the lowest unrestricted fares, it's no wonder that Southwest is the low-fare airline.
But that last basket the Lakers missed. Tony Smith likes to use his left hand in that situation. Just misses the shot. Was he fouled? Tony will say yes, but I don't know.
Here we go. Wilkins is back in. Wilkins with 19 in the 24 brings the ball into Wesley. Remember, we started this with 25 seconds left in the game clock. 14 in the 24. Wesley directing traffic and dribbling. The ball to Wilkins. Dominique's been there many times. Radja drives on Bowie. Slips out of his hands and out of bounds. It should go to the Lakers, I think. It should. Oh, what a turnover.
Now you got to get your shooters, free throw shooters on the ball because they're going to foul.
I think you got to get Jones in the ball game. Van Exel almost lost the ball. It's knocked out of bounds.
He does. They give it to the Celtics.
I think that's a weak call.
I do too.
I believe that's a weak call.
That's unbelievable there.
Watch it.
Nick is chasing it. Who hits it? Wesley.
Wesley hit it.
No question.
No question.
No question. Bad call.
8 and 8/10 seconds left. Two horrible turnovers, one by each team, but that ball belonged to the Lakers.
Well, that's a bad turnover because even if the Celtics had scored on the other possession, the Lakers would still have time. Now, 8 seconds.
You're dead. Ball to foul. Underneath the Radja. He throws it up, missed it. Rebound to Radja. He puts it up and scores it. Timeout, the Lakers. The ball will go out of bounds at midcourt when we come back, and the Lakers trail by 1 point. 2.5 seconds left on the Lakers Screaming Basketball Network.
You love how new we're looking. You love how hot we're cooking. Yeah. You love the stuff we're made of. You love how fresh we make it. You love how fast we take it. You love the stuff. You love the stuff. You love the stuff we're made of. You love the stuff we're made of. Pizza Hut.
There's a whole new spirit at Pizza Hut, and you're going to feel it and taste it in everything we do. That's why from now on, your pizza will be right or it's free. Guaranteed.
You love the stuff. You love the stuff we're made of. You love the stuff we're made of. Pizza Hut. You love the stuff. You love the stuff. You love the stuff we're made of. You love the stuff we're made of. Pizza Hut.
Well, the Lakers force Dino into a bad shot, but he gets his own rebound and puts it right back in. And boy, did the Celtics celebrate after that basket. It put them up by 1. We've got 2.4 seconds left to play. Dominique Wilkins, Dino Radja, Rick Fox, they all were right there celebrating. Maybe they should have waited a little bit longer, but they're happy about the basket. Now the Lakers have to find some way to get a minimum of 1 point with 2.4 to play. The Lakers call another timeout.
The Lakers still have 2 and a 20 left. That means nothing, except that they just want to stretch it out here. The fourth quarter has been very close all the way through. We've had 4 ties, 3 lead changes. The biggest lead of the period, Lakers led by 4, and Boston led by 2.
You always hear people say that a call doesn't win or lose a ball game for you. But on that last play where Wesley knocked the basketball out of bounds, I do think that one lost the game for the Lakers if they, in fact, lose this game with only 2.4 seconds to play and down by 1. And it was clearly knocked out of bounds by David Wesley, but the officials not in position. That's about the second or third time that the officials tonight have not been in position to make the call.
A bad turnover to begin with, though. All right, the Lakers are going to have Campbell, Bowie.
Well, it's only a bad turnover because the officials blew the call.
Van Exel. I don't understand Bowie being in there. Well, I guess to make the pass. Delay a game. Van Exel, Sabalas, Smith, Campbell, and Bowie. 22nd timeout taken by the Lakers. 22nd timeout on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Pac-10 Conference Basketball on KCAL. The place for the best, toughest college hoops in the West. Watch the Golden State's College Elite press full court to get the Pac-10's biggest names. From tip-off to sign-off, the best seats are your seats with Channel 9. Saturday is a Southwestern Showdown. UCLA in a shootout at Arizona State. 1 p.m. Saturday here on KCAL 9.
For Dale Harris, coach of the Lakers, his reaction on that turnover that we were talking about, where the Lakers lost control or possession of the ball. I'll tell you, coaching, not a profession that you really want to get into.
They're taking the passer out and bringing in a short man.
Ooh,
Jones, I want him in the floor.
6'6", going up against 7 foot.
That's right, trying to get it over Montross.
That's going to be...
and you got Campbell out in front here. You got to get the ball.
He's going to be setting
one
the
of your
screen.
shooters. And Van Exel will come behind it. Or he should. Ball is into Van Exel. He fires. It'll count if it goes. It went! It went! It went!
That's only right.
Yeah, baby! Yeah. A miracle at Boston Garden. A three-pointer. When he started the shot, I believe his back was to the basket, Stu.
He did a turn in the air, Chick, and I mean to tell you, he got a lot of height on that ball as well, but the end result was, Nick said, this will teach you to give the game or give the possession to them, as Nick just turns, fires, and it goes. Time runs out, and the Lakers go home or go away with the victory.
The Lakers get their 23rd win of the year. They are now 11-8 on the road. They have won 8 of their last 11. The Boston Celtics stay 9-12 at home and 15-23 on the year on the Lakers Basketball Network.
We've been called a lot of things.
Whippersnappers.
Dreamers.
Prosperous.
Never.
So until
the book deal
or the movie deal hits.
We remember 2 things.
Call everybody collect.
And know the code.
Yeah.
Know the code. 1-800-CALL-ATT. It costs less than 1-800-COLLECT.
Always. Now the people we call
might call us thrifty.
Want a price that's always lower than 1-800-COLLECT? Know the code. Dial 1-800-CALLATT.
your true voice.
The West. It's where the land and the Great Pacific meet. It's pounding surf, the smell of salt air, and, of course, gasoline.
Gasoline?
Hey, at Arco, you can get high-quality 89-octane gasoline for less than you'd pay for 87-octane at most other major brands.
Wow.
The Arco upgrade, the real reason everyone wants to live here.
You know, when I hear the words Jumbo Jack, I can't help but smile. It reminds me of the first one I ever made on my dad's grill in the backyard. Well, now that I got my company back, I'm reintroducing my Jumbo Jack. It's juicier and tastier, like I used to make them. And just for old time's sake, it's only 99 cents. Watch out, Mac. Jack's back.
Are you looking to get away from it all? Well, may we suggest the Passport from Honda. Its 175 horsepower V6 engine and 4-wheel drive will assure you of a quick and agile exit, while its standard air conditioning and automatic transmission will only add to the comfort of your journey. And now, for a limited time, getting away is even easier, thanks to your Honda dealer. Lease a Honda Passport 4-wheel drive LX for only $299 per month. And in 30 months, you can bring it back to civilization.
Our next simulcast on California 9 and the Los Angeles Lakers radio and television networks will be tomorrow night at 4:30 Los Angeles time from the Spectrum as the Lakers face the Philadelphia 76ers. Join us on KLAC for the Lakers radio pregame show starting at 4:15. The final score here, the Lakers lost the first game of the road trip by 1, and they win this one at the buzzer by 2, 120 to 118. Stu?
Well, we've got time now for our Pizza Hut play of the game, and yeah, you guessed it, the final play. The Lakers down by 1, 2.4 seconds to play. I asked, did the Celtics celebrate a little too early? Well, obviously they did, because the Lakers inbounded the ball, and it went right to their point guard. the quickest guy on the floor, Nick Van Exel. He catches it, turns while in the air, shoots it high and far, and you guessed it, it went in, giving the Lakers the win at the buzzer. So Nick Van Exel has the play of the game, and he also is our AT&T player of the game. 29 points, 10 assists. He's 11 out of 23 from the field. So Nick Van Exel, the AT&T player of the game.
In his last 5 games now, he has averaged 29 points and 10 assists. This is one of the most dramatic finishes to a Laker game in history. I didn't say the one, but I'm telling you, it'll rank in the top 5 if you go back since they came to L.A. in 1960. That was some kind of a shot. The defense couldn't have played him any better. He was tight against the sideline. I was worried they were going to call him out of bounds when he shot it. And when the thing hit the bottom of the net is exactly when the clock went to 3 zeros.
Well, I think it was only justifiable that Nick be involved in the last play and get the basket, because he was involved in the play that the officials totally blew. Wesley hit the ball out of bounds. They gave the ball back to the Celtics, so it's only right that the Lakers got this win.
So for Stu Lance, I'm Chick Hearn. We invite you to stay tuned now for our wrap-up show on radio only. Once again, the final score: the Lakers 120, Boston 118. Los Angeles Lakers basketball has been brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Flying the low-fare airline is just plain smart. By Toyota and their full line of quality cars and trucks. By the American Express card. Don't leave home without it. By coal-filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Get out of the old, get into the cold. By Taco Bell, and only Taco Bell has that Taco Bell taste, so cross the border. By Great Western's family of companies, $38 billion strong. And by Pacific Bell, providing telecommunications products and services for your home or business.
So, does it ever get any easier?
I don't think it's supposed to.